Hello and welcome. I am KH, and with me today I have a young talented fighter. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
My name is Zander.
And Zander, how old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
Very good. So Zander likes martial arts. And what do you do martial arts, Zander?
I'm training kickboxing and taekwondo and boxing to improve my kicking and boxing ability.
Yes. So the taekwondo helps your kicks when you're doing kickboxing as well?
Yes.
Very good. And Zander is, he's been competing. He's not competing much right now. There's not anything to participate in these days. But how many fights have you had?
About 6.
Mm-hmm. Very
Yes.
good. And hopefully you'll be back at it again soon.
Yes.
All right. So what we're going to do today, we're going to show you guys how to use rhythm when you're fighting. And I would say it's important to have rhythm in martial arts. Why is rhythm important when you're fighting, Zander?
When you're using rhythm, it makes it a lot harder for your opponents to catch you. And it makes it a lot easier for yourself to camouflage your attacks as well.
Precisely. So one, it'll make it harder for your opponent to hit you because you're moving. And secondly, because you're moving and you're not stationary, it's camouflaging your timing for when you're doing your attack. All right, very good. So let's put on our gear and let's get this road on the show. Okay, we're back. So, the first thing, there are different ways to do rhythm. Like in karate and taekwondo, you have the just upside, like up and down bounce. What we are going to be doing, like there, as I've said before, it's not right or wrong. It's not black and white. There are many different answers and different approaches in martial arts. And what we are going to be doing today is the bounce, the back and forth pendulum bounce, as I like to call it. So when Zander is moving, he's shifting his weight from his left leg to his right leg. And while he is in rhythm like this, if he decides, he can take a quick step forward whenever he wants, or he can take a quick step back. And he can push off his rhythm when he's landing on the left leg. We like to call that 1. And when he's landing on his right leg, we call that 2. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And if he wants to, if he decides, he can push off the 1 and, for example, do the jab. Or he can do that same jab off the 2. And there are slight differences when he's doing it off the 1 and off the 2. Because if, for example, if he wants to do a feint, he can use the 1 to feint and then quickly go in with the jab. Og feint enda mer hvis du på 1. Ja. Ja. Gjør sånn. Ja. Or for example, if I attack, he can step back, and as soon as he lands on 2 on his right leg, he bounces back, for example, with a jab. Okay, so that's the basic of the movement. And also, if I want him to move sideways, I can just do like this. If I want him to move the other way. There's a lot he can do, and as soon as he stops, he's back in rhythm. So, if I'm moving slowly backwards, he can follow me while keeping that rhythm. If I'm going forward, still using that same rhythm, he's pushing off his front leg. But if he wants to, he can move by pushing more and speeding up the movement. Or if I'm trying to attack him and he doesn't want to be there, he can move faster. Okay. So, what we like to do when we start is I just want him to start with his straight punches, his jab and his cross and his 1-2. So what I'll be doing is I'll be holding my right hand up, and as long as my right hand is up, Zander can punch whatever he wants. Either it's the jab, the cross, or the 1-2. Good idea. Also, when Zander is moving like this, he can do the jab without breaking his rhythm. He can be constantly in rhythm and jabbing. So we'll just show you how this is. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, good. But if he's doing his right cross, he needs to shift his body weight from his right leg over to his left leg. Because if he's not transferring his body weight, then that cross is not going to be useful. So if he's doing the cross, he will land and punch, and then he'll use his left leg to be back in rhythm again. See, as soon as that power is through here, he uses his left leg to push back, and then he's straight into rhythm again. Jab. Twist. Well, ain't. So, like normally, a lot of when you're holding pads, you want them to do their jab in the left hand, and I could do that, but right now I want to use my right hand because it gives me some more options. As I've shown before, he can punch, I can attack, and he can be away. Ja, bare jabben forward. So if I'm not quick, he's going to be gone before I can counter. Or I can use it to see if he's holding his guard up. So when he's doing his jab, I can check if he's holding his right hand tucked in or if he's dropping his right hand. Alright, so what we're going to be, as you see, he's constantly in rhythm. And what we're going to be doing now, we're going to build on that. So now you can jab, and I'll jab, and then you can do your own jab after, do a second jab. Bam! Alright, there goes it. We can do that, same thing. We can jab, step back, and then do a right cross. Or he could do a 1-2 after the jab. Then leave it up. One more. Okay, det bra. So that's just some simple stuff you can work on when you're working with rhythm. But we want to do more. So what we're going to do now, he's going to be in his rhythm. And as I did before, I want him to move sideways, so I can do like this. I can do like this. I can move away and Zander will follow me. Or I can come forward, and at any given time, he just wants to be right out of my reach. Or I can punch a little bit and he can block the punches or move away. Or I can do my hook and he can roll under it. Or we can block the hook. So we're going to show some more attacks. When you're in your rhythm, you can do whatever attack you want. The only important thing is, if you're doing something else than the jab, you need to break rhythm, bam, 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 and then you're back in rhythm. So we can do some simple combinations. So we can just show the 1-2. Then he's back. She's a jab, cross, hook. And then he's back in rhythm. Gjør 1-1-2, og du kan bli med fram. He could even like roll underneath if he wanted to after the punch and be back in his rhythm and from a different angle. So that's like how you can implement your rhythm when you're attacking, and there's a lot more you can do with this. He could have done a right cross and a left hook. Exactly that. And then he's in rhythm again. But you can also use this defensively, and that's what we're going to show you now. So now I'll be attacking Zander and he'll counter. So first we can do the same thing we did earlier. I'll just jab and you step back and you do your own jab. Or I could do my cross. Jag kan ta pivoteringen istället. And you can follow up. Ja, det går bra. Bara markera ett slag. So he can pivot and follow up with the right cross. That was very good. Do that again. Just from the other angle. If he wants to, he can change that with the jab. He could do his jab after the pivot. Or he can do a 1-2. Jag kan visa på bägge sidor. Håll rytmen, håll rytmen. Perfect. All right. Or I could be doing a 1-2. Not that easy with these ones, but we'll just show you. So if I'm doing a 1-2, I'm going 1, 2. Blokk den første, og så,
okay,
ja, så kan du slå for eksempel kryssene. Bam. Så kryssen, den som har hatt det kortbøtte.
Ja, okay.
Bam, bam. Yeah, or your right cross, for example, after you parry. Bang, boom. Aha, that's the one. That's the one I was thinking of. Bam, boom. You can change the cross with an uppercut if you're stepping out to the outside. Bam, boom. Bam, boom. Show that from a different angle here. First do the cross. Yeah. Oh, that's good. And now the cross. Bam. And also, if he wants to, he can block the first one and then pivot and do the same thing that we did only on the cross. Alright, that's good. So that covers some simple ways to use your rhythm and do some counters off the pivot or off the step back. But you don't, like, if you're a kickboxer, you can also implement your kicks into this. We can start slow. So you can do your rhythm. And you can, yeah, just hit me, it's okay. You can do your jab, just the jab and then the round kick. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. So aim towards the round kick. Bam. Then it's right back. Bam, bam, bam. Or he could do 1-2 and right. Bam. We could do a jab and a side kick. Bam, bam. Or he can also just use only his kicks if he wants to from the bounce. So again, we have the 1 and we have the 2. So he can do a round kick off the 1 when he's stepping forward. And you can do the same thing off the on the 2. You can do the same with your right leg as well. Good. And he can decide if he's doing it on 1 or on 2. And also, if he's doing the kicks, It doesn't have to be a round kick. He can do whatever kick he wants. You can do a side kick from. Yeah, do it with your left leg if you want to. Bam. No left foot first. Boom. Also, what he's doing that I like very much is that he's not doing the stepping thing. He's lifting and then just turning his heel around and sliding towards me. He's saying like that. That'll make you not only keep your rhythm, but also, as we said earlier, it'll camouflage when he's doing the side kick. Bam! But he could change the side kick for round kick, no. He can do a double kick, then he's straight back into rhythm. Fine. If I'm following him, he's just moving away. He could do a hook kick. He could do a jab and a hook kick. Very good. So the opportunities are endless. You can keep working with these drills however you want. Yeah, I think that was most of the stuff we covered. And you've done some of this at home as well, right? And you can implement some of these drills just by yourself as well. You don't need to be two people. Har du vill lägga till där av kombinationer man kan göra? Du hade en tidigare.
Var det någon? Jo, det var den du lärde mig.
Ja, har du lite visa dig?
There are also 3 combinations that I will use really often. That one is the most simple one. 1, 2, 3.
We did that before,
cross,
yeah.
And then round kick. And then there's also jab, cross, the left hook, and then.
Yeah, we can show that. You can show that from your rhythm.
And then there's cross.
Yeah. One more. That's a good combination. All right, and the last one you said?
Cross, hook, and then a right hook.
Show it from the other side as well. We can go through all 3. Yeah. Do 2 or 3 of each. We can start with combination 1.
Yeah.
And then combination 2. And the final one. Very good. So yeah, you can do whatever you want as long as you're in the bounce and moving, you have your rhythm. Yeah. All right, guys, that's what we had for today. I hope you liked the video. I hope that we can do more videos in the future.
Yes.
And have a nice Halloween. Remember not to eat too much candy though. Stay in shape, keep training, and watch some cool scary movies. Alright, thank you guys. Thank you, Zander. Bye.
Bye.
You're still here? Don't you have anything better to do? They're still here. Alright. Since you're already here, let's show you some cool kicks. Alright. Round Alright guys, that was our little Halloween treat for you. Take care.